So, you want to create a YouTube channel. You want this channel to get 10,000 subscribers so you can build a loyal audience and make life-changing money. You've been searching for a way to do this, but no matter how hard you look, nothing seems to work and your videos are not performing. Well, ladies and gentlemen, in this video, I'm going to give you 7 principles that will guarantee your first 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. The question is, what are they? Principle number 1 is to understand where you are in your journey. And the analogy I want to give you is that of a rocket ship. So when a rocket ship leaves Earth, it uses 90% of its fuel just to get off the ground. 90% of all its fuel just to get a few inches off the ground and get into space. And then after that, momentum just carries it for the billions or zillions of miles that it goes afterwards. It just cruises along and occasionally uses fuel here and there. And exactly the same goes with YouTube. Essentially, when you're starting out and you want to get your first 10,000 subscribers, you're going to have to put in a lot more effort up front to get your channel going, to get your channel off the ground and get that initial momentum. Then once your channel is in the air, if we keep using this analogy, YouTube becomes so much easier because you have a dedicated audience to show your videos to. You also learn yourself how to make really good videos much faster, and also all of your older videos keep getting pushed to new audiences, meaning your channel just grows on autopilot without you doing anything. But when you first start out and when you try and get your first 10,000 subscribers, you're not in that position yet. So you need to realize where you are in the journey and realize that when you first start out, YouTube is going to be a lot harder because you've got to put in so much more energy, just like the rocket ship, to really get your channel off the ground. You've also got to overcome mental challenges as well. Like every single new YouTuber thinks, do I have it in me to actually make these YouTube videos? Who am I to start teaching things? And you get mental anxiety and doubts that you don't have it in you to actually create a YouTube channel. So these are the different barriers that you need to overcome when you first start out on YouTube, and feeling these different kind of worries is completely normal and completely natural. All I'm going to try and say to you is remember where you are in the journey. You're at the very beginning of your journey, so you need to put in a lot more effort, but once you get off the ground, once you get that initial momentum, and once you hit your first 10,000 subscribers, it won't always be like this, and YouTube becomes so much easier. So principle number 2 is to understand that subscribers don't matter. And I know what you're thinking, this whole video is trying to teach you how to get your first 10,000 subscribers, and the second principle is basically saying that they don't matter at all. And let me explain what I mean. Essentially, most people want more subscribers because they think subscribers equals more views and more money. And neither of these two things is true. Firstly, in terms of money, more subscribers does not equal more money. Brands don't care about your subscriber count. All they really care about is your average views per video. That's when they're going to work with you. Because you get massive channels with millions of subscribers and they only get a few thousand views per video because they don't have a loyal audience. And therefore, brands would rather work with a channel that only has, let's say, 20,000 subscribers, but a much higher average view count versus, a channel with 1 million subscribers, but it only gets like a few thousand views per video. Does that make sense? So brands care about average view count, not subscriber count. Secondly, though, people go, well, surely with more subscribers, I will get more people clicking on my videos, therefore meaning I get more money. And that's not entirely true either. You see, recently, the YouTube algorithm has completely changed in how it delivers people content. Back in the day, people would always click on their subscriber tab, and then all of their, all the people they subscribe to, they can click on those videos and watch them. But honestly, when was the last time you went onto YouTube and actually clicked on your subscriber tab? In fact, most of the time, what people do is they just go on the YouTube homepage, and YouTube suggests content to those people, regardless of whether or not they're subscribed to that channel. I mean, how did you find out about this video here? The chances are most of you, it just popped up on your home feed and you weren't subscribed to me, or it popped up on your suggested videos and you probably weren't subscribed to me either. If you are subscribed to me, then thank you very much. So the point is, viewers don't find your videos because they're subscribed to you, they find your videos because they're suggested to you. So the logical question is, how do you get the YouTube algorithm to suggest videos to you so you can grow your channel? Well, the way in which that works is you make videos that are just such high quality, such good videos that the YouTube algorithm has no choice but to promote them to more people. Now, as it promotes them to more people, a side benefit will be subscribers. And I'm not saying subscribers are a bad thing. I think they're a good benchmark to know roughly where you are in your YouTube journey. The point is, don't rely on subscribers for more views and more money. Principle number 3 is to copy McDonald's. So last year I was in the Philippines and I was diving in this really remote island. I think it was called Apo Island or something along those lines. And I remember getting off the boat, walking down the road, and a McDonald's was just there. Obviously this surprised me because I was on quite a remote island, but I remember walking into McDonald's, ordering a burger, and that burger tasted exactly the same as if I'd bought it in, let's say, London or New York. And this really surprised me because I was in the middle of nowhere and, going to a random McDonald's, and the burger tasted excellent and it was made really, really fast. And the reason for this is because McDonald's as a company have mastered the art of using systems to produce really high quality food wherever you go in the world. And exactly the same thing goes with your YouTube channel. You need to systematize each and every single part of your YouTube channel so you can start producing videos really quickly to a certain quality as well. So for example, you need a system for creating amazing thumbnails. You need a system for writing video scripts. You need a system for editing your videos or analyzing your videos. And the reason for this is it means each video that you make follows this system, which allows you to have a certain level of quality in all your videos, but also it allows you to do things really quickly because you get used to following that system. And if you want all the systems that I use on this channel and my main channel that I've got over 1 million subscribers, then please check out my full course, YouTube Creator Pro, where I break down every single system that I have that will help you make videos really fast and really efficiently. Principle number 4 is to think like your audience. So a really common mistake that people make is they go, this is my channel, and therefore what I'm going to do is make what I want to make and my audience will just come. Now, if you're doing that, you need to stop thinking like you and start thinking like your audience. In fact, here's Mr. Who's the Boss saying exactly that.
I think one of the misconceptions when people make videos is if I just make what I want to make, people will watch me.
So the point that he's trying to make is don't write scripts for yourself. Instead, put yourself in your audience's shoes and write scripts for them. You've got to remember that your audience is investing their time into watching your YouTube videos. It's not actually free. They're investing time into you. And therefore, you need to make videos that will appeal to them in the first place. And a really nice mindset shift that I want you to make is this. Your audience already exists. You, let's say, want to have 10,000, 50,000, 100,000 subscribers. Those people who want to subscribe to you, they're already out there on YouTube. They're waiting to discover your content. You've just got to make the best content possible so YouTube serves it to them and therefore your channel will grow. But your audience already exists. You just need to make content that will reach them so they can find you. Principle number 5 is to optimize for browse-based content, not search-based content. So most people don't know this, but there's 2 general ways to grow on YouTube. There's browse-based and search-based content. Browse-based content is that which appears basically on your home feed or in the suggested videos down the side of, let's say, this video you're watching here. And generally speaking, browse-based content is a lot more sensationalized, the titles are much shorter, and it's very much like an impulse click. So you're not typing into YouTube, oh, I want to learn about this certain thing. Instead, something just pops up and you go, oh, that's really interesting, and you click on it. Search-based content is a lot more keyword heavy, and it's found when people are specifically looking for a certain thing. So if I just give you the example of a chocolate cake, a browse-based title would be the easiest chocolate cake of all time, whereas a search-based title would be simple moist chocolate cake recipe, basic recipe for beginners. Can you see how the search-based title is just stuffed with keywords so that when someone types in how to make a chocolate cake for beginners, this video will pop up. Now here's the thing, you can grow a lot faster with browse-based content, and therefore when you're going from 0 to 10,000 subscribers, you should just be making browse-based content. So that's shorter titles, more catchy, more sensationalized, so you can get that click. Once your channel hits 10,000 subscribers and it starts to mature, what I recommend people do is start to integrate search-based content into their content strategy, because this allows for more sustainable long-term growth. But but we can talk about that in another video. When you're first getting started, just create browse-based content because it will allow your channel to hit your first 10,000 subscribers as fast as possible. Principle number 6 is to understand that audio is more important than video. So I get questions all the time where people say to me, look, Oscar, I really want to upgrade my YouTube setup. Like, what's the first thing I should invest in? Should I get this camera here or this camera here? And I always say to them, forget about getting a new camera. Get a really good microphone first. And this is because audio makes up 50% of the viewing experience. 25% is then lighting and 25% is the actual camera quality. Here's the thing, people will watch through a video if it's filmed on a low quality camera, but they'll never watch through a video if the audio is distorted or if there's like sirens in the background or there's loads of noise. They'll always click off. So the first thing you should do is invest in a really good microphone, and then after that, invest in a really good camera. And the best part is, microphones are way cheaper than cameras. So this is good news if you want to bump up the quality of your setup. Get a really good microphone first. If you're going for a more budget budget option, then I recommend you get the Blue Yeti. But the one I use here is the Shure SM7B. This is like what all the top podcasters and stuff use, like Joe Rogan. So yeah, get this one if you're looking to invest a bit more money. Principle number 7 is to focus on value, not on views. So when you first start out on YouTube, a lot of the time you want to really focus on getting a video that gets 100,000 or 1 million views so your channel can blow up overnight and you can be an overnight success. The problem with this is if you do it incorrectly and you just make a big viral hitting video, you get a very generic audience in return. For example, on this channel, if I started making videos about how to go viral on TikTok or how to go viral on social media, I could hopefully get, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of views, but I'll attract the wrong audience to this channel because I'm specifically focused on YouTube, not on Instagram and TikTok and all that kind of stuff. The same applies for your channel. Every single video that you make needs to be specific for your target audience, and don't fall into the trap of just making a generic viral hitting video to get those extra views, because you end up just getting a generic audience who like you a little bit. But it's much better to get a very niche audience who like you a lot than it is to get a broad audience who like you a little bit, because when you get a niche audience who like you a lot, they're the ones who are willing to buy from you. They're the ones who are going to turn into your loyal fans and loyal subscribers, and that's where you can really build an actual community around your channel, and that's where all the benefits from YouTube actually lie. If I could press a button right now and I could get this channel to 1 million subscribers tomorrow, but I had a generic audience, I wouldn't press that button, okay? It's just not worth it, because you need to get an audience who actually likes you for being you, and the kind of videos and topics that you talk about, they need to be interested in. And therefore you need to focus on providing them with loads of value and not focus on just chasing views for the sake of views. Anyway guys, I hope this was useful and I'll see you in the next video.